Chimpanzees in Uganda have been observed using medicinal plants to treat open wounds and other ailments. Scientists who've been following and observing the chimpanzees say that they use plants to carry out first aid on themselves and occasionally on each other. The findings are published in the journal Frontiers in Ecology and Evolution. Here's our science correspondent, Victoria Gill.
This young chimpanzee is doing something subtle but extraordinary. He's chewing plant material and dabbing it onto a wound on his knee.
Now she's watching him again.
It's just one example of how the chimpanzees of Budongo Forest in Uganda use plants to treat their injuries.
I wonder if he has a wound.
Researchers have spent years watching these chimps as they go about their daily lives. They've discovered and just published a whole repertoire of chimpanzee first aid, some of which involves the apes using forest plants that are known to have healing properties. This footage shows an adult male dabbing a wound with a leaf from a plant that's also sometimes gathered by local people for medicinal use. And it's tricky to see in this shaky footage, but watch this young female on the left. She's dabbing chewed plant material onto an injury on her mother's body. Rare evidence of wild chimps using plants to tend to each other's injuries.
Some of the plants that the chimpanzees are using for these wound care behaviors actually have known traditional uses in human medicine. And others have pharmacological properties that are actually known to have wound healing components that help either prevent against infection or also reduce inflammation.
In captivity, life for a chimpanzee is very different. But here at Chester Zoo in the UK, keepers have seen some strikingly similar behaviour.
If they've got minor injuries, like a little cut here and there, some of the more dominant chimps might even come up to the keepers and almost show it to them.
Really?
Oh yeah. Chimps are fascinating. They're so clever that we know our chimps here and we know a lot about them, but learning from the wild is stuff that we'd never even thought they could do. And so if they're using first aid, different plants in the wild, we could even plant some of those plants here and see if they do the same reaction.
This ongoing research is revealing just how much insight these intelligent primates have into the forest around them.
Chimpanzees thrive here because they know how to access the secrets of this place and how to find all they need to survive from their surroundings.
These animals are some of our closest living relatives. Studying them in the wild gives scientists insight into the origins of our social interactions, our communication, and how we take care of one another. Victoria Gill, BBC News.